forecast today?
Today's forecast, a lot of sunshine, blue skies, marine clouds. Just a perfect day to go outside and relax. That's your forecast. We'll be right back.
Yeah, sunny days, sunny days, sunny days. No clouds in the sky, but again, away feels like it's been a freaking decade.
Welcome back to another episode of The Social Beaches. I'm Kelly Bowling.
And I'm Carolyn Smith.
And we sell real estate on the Space Coast and down into Indian River County, anywhere from Mims, Titusville, into Cocoa, Melbourne, Vieira, Suntree, Palm Bay. I could just name all of the towns down into Vero Beach.
Yes.
There's so many. But if you're looking to purchase or sell, or you just have general real estate questions about our market, you can give us a call at 321-422-2160, or you can send us an email to hello@coastalestateteam.com.
Yes.
So today we're going to talk a little bit about the growth that our little tiny area has been experiencing, Palm Bay-Melbourne, as well as revisiting the Florida tourism topic.
That's right.
It was a really big hot button, Florida tourism, because there was some legislation that was passed last year that everybody was like, oh, Florida's doomed. Nobody's coming to Florida. Everybody's going to like cancel Florida.
Everyone hates Florida. By the way, we are like the only state, I think, that's doesn't have snow right now. Well, they might get snow in the Panhandle.
They might get snow in the Panhandle.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's nice and not freezing yet here.
Yes.
It's going to be chilly tomorrow, but today I think it's high
We
of
think
75.
chilly is like 50.
60. 60s, yeah. For me, I like sweater weather.
I'm good
75.
at 78. Yeah. 78 makes me happy.
Yeah. So we have Mickey and Minnie here to
Yes, our
talk about
mascots.
tourism with us today.
Thank you, Erin, for bringing us Mickey and Minnie.
She hooked us up.
Yeah.
So there was recently an article released from the data source of U-Haul that Palm Bay experienced more growth in 2023 than any other area in the country.
Yes, not
Not
county.
just in Florida.
Not Florida. Yep.
In the country. And the way that they characterize and, award this, I guess, it's based on this area of Brevard seeing 54.7% of one-way U-Haul traffic arriving compared to how much departs that's one way. So only
Was it Palm Bay or Palm Bay-Melbourne,
it was
Kelly?
well, it's Palm Bay-Melbourne.
Okay.
Yeah. So 45.3% of traffic departed one way. So I guess they take the difference, and like whichever area has the largest number in that difference is the winner. So apparently we were, and there's a
We're
little
the winners.
I know, right? A little quote that they sent out, the U-Haul company of Eastern Florida president Cal Connor. He said that growth in the Palm Bay-Melbourne area has been increasing at an explosive rate. We've said that for a long time.
Yes.
The Space Coast has many companies investing in this region and creating jobs such as Embraer, SpaceX, Northrop Grumman, Lockheed Martin, L3 Harris Technologies. We have a low cost of living compared to many of the northern cities that people have left. You add that to our fantastic year-round climate, the weather, and you can see why Palm Bay-Melbourne is such a desirable area to live. So, I mean, I agree with that.
I agree with that. And it's beautiful here. I mean, honestly, it's a beautiful, when you go to lots of areas of the country, it's not beautiful. We were talking about, I guess it was the Detroit Lions game was on, and we were like, would you live in Detroit? Nothing against Detroit. I don't have anything against Detroit. But it's like, could you give this up to go live in a place that is not so beautiful?
Palm trees, there's no ocean.
River, we have the
everything.
intercoastal.
Yeah.
We have lakes. We have, I mean, it is a pretty place to live.
It really is, yeah.
It's beautiful, and we do have gorgeous weather. So
for sure.
yeah, I think that I think it's not a surprise to us. I think it's been a little difficult because it's happened so quickly that the infrastructure, it's hard to keep up. Vieira is amazing about that because they have planned. Like somebody thought this up a long time ago, and they really have like a plan and everything else. But a lot of other areas in Melbourne, Palm Bay is really, I think, struggling to figure out traffic patterns and how do they move people around and the shopping and things like that.
It can be,
but it's getting there.
Yeah, it can be a challenge, but I feel like, Vieira is one of the areas that does a really good job with that.
They've done amazing.
Yeah.
They haven't managed to get us a Trader Joe's yet, but we're
hoping.
We're getting a Whole
Supposedly
Foods.
the Whole Foods is coming.
We are getting a Whole Foods.
Where is that going to be at?
It's going to be at the
Burroughs
I don't know if
West?
it's the Burroughs. It's on the other side, I think.
Okay.
It's in the new, but it's out there off Vieira Boulevard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That's
So it is coming. We are definitely getting
Kelly's
Whole
going to be
Foods.
driving a little farther for groceries. There goes my gas money budget.
If it was Trader Joe's, I would be. I like Whole Foods too. But
Yeah, Whole Foods. I like their food bar. How did this become an episode?
I don't
about-
know. But I would just, if you go to Trader Joe's and you haven't tried their caramelized onion dip,
Really?
oh my gosh, with their version of like the big scoop Fritos,
Yeah.
it's not Fritos, it's like the
It's
Trader
Trader
Joe's
Joe's.
Fritos
Okay.
and caramelized. Yeah, just be prepared to like
Sounds like a yummy
wallow in
snack.
that. Yeah, it's healthy. It's not healthy.
Doesn't have to be healthy.
It's not healthy, but it's good. Yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe
so I
that's
guess
good we don't have one. Okay, so yes. we'll
Next,
go back.
next up,
Yes.
now that we've told you how great Palm Bay-Melbourne is,
Yes.
let's talk about Florida tourism.
Let's
so
talk about Florida
there was
tourism.
a lot of people on our TikTok clip talking about everybody hates Florida. Okay, it was a whole episode of that going on in the
And
comments.
we had a ton. Yeah, we just had so many comments with negative stuff about Florida. And politics aside, because I think we've said this before, like you're not necessarily going to like the politics of where you live, and that's why
Right.
we all have the right to vote, and you can.
And that is
vote.
what we're able to do. We
Yes.
the regular everyday Joe like us
Yes.
can go and vote, and that is where our ability ends. Now, if
Yes.
you want to get involved and you want to be an activist
Yes.
and you want to be a lobbyist or you want to be a politician, by all means, please
More
do
power
that.
to you.
Please do that. But I feel like if you're wanting to, I guess, boycott an area, or like say you lived here and there was many people who said, oh, I'm moving out of Florida, whatever. So that's just taking your voice away from the area.
Yeah.
So I don't see the benefit in that, but that's not what we're talking about.
No.
We're just talking about, is it true? Did people quit coming to Florida?
Right.
The answer is no.
No. No.
So this was released in November by the state tourism department with data that they pulled. So 35.1 million visitors are estimated to have traveled to Florida just in quarter 3 of 2023.
Which is crazy when you think about how many. And Florida is not huge in
No,
terms of the size of
really
the
not.
state. It's not a huge
But,
state.
you know, so some people are like, oh, great, well, that's a high number, but how much, you know, is that really an increase? And actually was over 2022 by 1.6%
Yeah.
increase. And then it was also 8% higher than the same period in 2019. And they're judging 2019 because that was pre-COVID. So, yes, during COVID, people weren't traveling anywhere.
No.
So they're comparing it to 2019. So that's an 8% jump from
Yeah.
2019. That's huge.
Yeah, it's huge.
Yeah.
It's huge. And I mean, we see in our area, you know, a lot of people, it's always swelled during the winter months, but we're seeing a lot more like summer tourists, people coming and
Yes.
enjoying the beach and everything that we have to offer here. And when you go to other towns in Florida, like as a Floridian, I like to vacation in Florida.
Yeah.
And I've talked about that a lot,
nice.
but
Road
I mean,
trip.
like, yeah, road trip. You can drive to so many cool places. You can go to the Springs. You can go up to the Panhandle. You can go to Ocala. You can, like, you know, there's rivers that you can inner tube down. You can go over to Tampa, St. Pete. You can go to
Right.
Naples. You can go to South Florida if you want to.
Go to the Keys. I mean,
Yeah, the Keys. I mean, the Keys really does feel like you're
in the Caribbean.
in the Caribbean.
It really does. Yeah.
Yeah. And you can drive there. So, I mean, one of the benefits of living in Florida is being able to vacation in Florida.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I said, you know, I don't travel a lot because we live here.
Yeah.
And when I didn't live here, I was going to the beach for vacation. So, like,
Yeah.
I live at the beach now. Where do you go on vacation? Just to a different beach. That's
And we have the best cruise ports.
Oh, my
so,
gosh,
like, if
yeah.
you want to, if you enjoy cruising, and Kelly's been cruising lately on Disney cruises.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're the best. They really are when you have kids. And I know some people don't like their boats because of the kids and they don't have casino, but
But
I'm
they
not
have adult only.
They have adult only
sections.
areas,
Yeah.
which are fabulous. Like, and the spa was a great experience this time. We did that new, you know, that was a new thing.
Oh my
that we
gosh, the
did.
pictures you took of that spa, beautiful.
It was, it
Yeah.
was great and well worth it. I would say so. Yeah, I enjoy them, and I think it's a quick little, you know, it's a 3-day. They have
Yeah.
longer
They have
cruises. I like to
week-long.
do the 3 days because it's just enough for me to get away, have a good time. The kids have a great time, and then we're back to it. So,
Right. And it's somewhat affordable.
I mean, I don't know. We got to
But-
save up for those. It's not like a once a month kind of situation. It's like a once a year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you are like a retiree or something, if you don't have to work, there are great last minute cruise deals.
Oh, yeah.
There are whole websites dedicated to last minute cruise deals. You can get a steal of a deal. And
Definitely.
we have all kinds of cruise lines that leave out. And one of my really good friends, she loves Carnival.
Yeah. Some
She
people
likes
love
Carnival. And so, you know, Royal Caribbean,
getting new
Princess
ships all the
Cruises, I think,
time,
goes out of,
too.
or is going out of, I think
Was
Princess
it
is.
Norwegian, and then there's that MSC that's there too.
Yeah, but I
I would
think
love it if we
Princess
could
is
get a
going-
Virgin cruise line here.
Yeah.
You got to go to Miami, I think, for that one. But
Yeah.
I've been looking at their
That one's adult only.
yeah. which is why I'm looking. Sign me up.
Yeah. So, I mean, if you come to Florida and you like Florida, and we would love to tell you more about Florida, you can call us.
Yes.
We'll help you find a home in Florida.
Definitely.
Yeah.
The last little thing I want to touch on with the Florida tourism is that of those visitors that we had in Q3, 91.8% of them were domestic, meaning they originated from the United States.
Yes.
So all the people that are poo-pooing Florida that are here in the U.S., I mean, you guys are still coming here, and that's fabulous. We love you here. Our economy thrives based on tourism.
Yes.
And that's one of the reasons that we don't have to pay state income tax.
Yes.
Thank you very much for that.
Thank you.
We appreciate your visits.
That and our property taxes.
Yes, our property taxes are,
Yeah, they make up for it in property taxes.
sure.
But we don't have a state income tax, and that's amazing. I mean, really, honestly, very, very good. And it's one of the reasons people are moving here from states that have an income tax.
Yeah, and a lot of people that are snowbirds will claim this as their home state for that reason.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, I mean, the thing about, so you have the things in here about Canadian visitors, but there's a girl, I can't remember anyone's name, but there's a girl on TikTok, and she now has lived in Florida for 2 years, and she's Canadian.
Okay.
And she was talking about how she loves Florida and the United States so much. And a lot of people were putting negative comments, and she's like, you can say the negative things, but you've never lived in another country. She said, I don't know anyone from Canada who, and she said nothing against Canada. She loves Canada. There's negatives and positives to Canada. But she said, she doesn't know anyone who is Canadian who now lives in the United States who doesn't love it. And she said one of the great things about the United States is you can easily go other places so cheap. You can fly. You know, you want to go to Wyoming?
And go.
Want to go do a dude ranch? You can go do that. So I think, Florida tourism is not going anywhere. We have Mickey and Minnie. We have Mickey and Minnie. And I
There
think
are big drivers for sure.
that and
Disney.
Universal.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Universal. So, yeah.
So I think the Florida weather, I mean, we did talk about the good weather.
Yes.
We're having some interesting weather today.
Storming.
It was thundering.
It was hurricane. It was not really hurricane, but we were calling it hurricane weather because it got black. It was like 2:00 in the afternoon yesterday. We're like, where's the sun?
It was gone. It looked like nighttime outside.
Yeah,
and
somebody
it was
said
really
it feels like Seattle.
thundering, and I don't know that I saw any lightning, but I'm sure there was some out there.
I don't know, but today there was because while we were sitting here, there was some lightning.
Yeah, we got a front moving in, so.
It's going to be cold tomorrow.
Yeah. So sad.
But, our cold and your cold, and we generally don't have snow.
No, my dad texted me yesterday that he had a little dusting when he woke up, and then they got another couple inches last night up in the southern Maryland area. So it's pretty to look at, unless you have to go somewhere.
And we don't have to worry about our pipes freezing.
No, I saw one of my past clients. She had moved back to Ohio. Her pipes froze in her kitchen, so she was.
What do you do when your pipe? Do they explode? What
I
happens?
don't know if it had exploded or leaked, but she did like a little reel of that was set up in her kitchen of her and her dad, working to kind of, I guess, eradicate whatever the problem was. You could see everything was pulled out of the cabinet and they were under the sink, so maybe a leak of some sort. I don't know.
That sounds terrible. So come to Florida. We would love to help you.
Yes, absolutely.
And that's it. If you have any thoughts, share them with us. Please share them.
Yes, we would love that.
We like the positive and
negative and positive.
Yeah, we like it all.
It all algorithm is up. So.
All right. So we'll see you next time.
Cheers.
Cheers.
It's